Hi there, it's Giza, and by the title of the video, you already know that this is part 2 of the video I made about how I built my confidence. If you haven't watched that video yet, I suggest you do. It will appear somewhere here. But I wanted to make a part 2 because the first video was more for you to understand what took me here, what took me to start building up my confidence and the steps that I took to start. And in this video, I'm gonna be more specific about the things you go through when you're building your confidence and little tools that you can utilize to do it. So, after you build the person you want to become, like I said in the previous video, focusing on yourself, you build that person for you from your heart and not for other people. After you do that, you'll have to get used to people looking at you because people will look at you. And I know sometimes when you're in a social environment and you enter a room, you get that sensation that everyone is looking at you, like everyone is judging you. The way I look at it is every time I enter a room, yes, everyone is looking at me. Like I do, even if they're not, I make myself think that they are. But I'm like, yes, look at me. This is me. This is my truth. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, be proud of yourself and of who you are. Don't lose yourself in what others might think. Just, yes, look at me. This is me. I'm presenting myself to you. That's how I think when I enter a room. Like everyone, yes, everyone is looking at me. They might judge me, but I don't care because I love myself and I like myself. And this is how I'm presenting to you. So there's no fear in there. Because what? What if they judge you? Like you won't know. They're I think when you think that they are judging you, that's your own judgment in your mind. Like think of as if you made those people in your mind. You understand? It's hard to explain how I see this, but think of it as if those people are made in your mind. Like the only judgment you can feel from them is the one you create. So if you love yourself and you don't judge yourself, then you'll be okay. Just get used to people looking at you. Be like, yes, look at me. This is me. Look at me. This is who I am and I love myself. Other thing that can also make a difference when you're entering a room is your body language. And I already talked about this in the previous video, but your body language matters. The way you move, the way you present yourself when you're entering a room. If you enter a room like this, like looking at the ground, like don't looking anywhere really, that reflects to other people that you're not confident, okay? And that reflection is going to reflect onto how you feel about yourself because you know that you don't look like you're confident. This is kind of fake it until you make it. Because if you fake, like, let me be like secure in myself, open yourself to other people. I guess that also it gets better when you get used to people looking at you because you'll be more open to share yourself with other people. And your body language will be more relaxed and open. Because if you're like this, if I was talking to you right now and I talk like this, just imagine, okay, you have to have an open body language and you can't be scared of what other people might think about you. Do you see what I'm saying? I talk like this. I'm expressing myself to you and I'm not scared of any judgment. That's how I am. I'm opening up myself to you. If you enter a room and you are like this, you are confident in yourself. You don't need other people to make you confident, okay? You have to be confident. You you don't have to be afraid to take up space. Like, take up space, you deserve it. Be confident in your movements. Other thing really important that also comes from body language is make eye contact with people. I know it can be really difficult for some people to make eye contact. For me, it is actually not. I ever since I can remember, I've always made eye contact with people. But if you can't, if it's hard for you, just try to look at their forehead at least. And then it becomes easier to look them in their eyes. But eye contact is really important too. If you do these little things, you will notice a change in your confidence. But eye contact, if you don't look someone in the eyes, they'll think maybe you're lying or you're not confident in what you're saying or you're scared of them. And if you don't look at them, how will you know that you can be open with them and share yourself with them? You can't understand a lot about someone just by looking them in the eyes. That also helps you feel more comfortable with that person and be more comfortable with sharing yourself with that person. Other thing that I talked about in the other video was talking to strangers, doing acts of kindness towards strangers. And I think that's really important. When I say this, I mean, like, if you see someone and you like their style, you like their shoes or something about them, or their smile, I used to think about that but never say it. And I'll be like, oh, I should have said that. I should have said something, because you can make someone's day. And it is really nice when you say something and they reply to you with the same energy. Being able to talk to other people and express how you feel about something about them, that's really great for your confidence. I know it can be hard to talk to strangers and you can feel scared, but most of the times that's just made up by your thoughts, because most of the times they will react with the same energy you give them, honestly. So I used to be so scared to talk to people, but now I love to do it. I love to make people smile and just be kind to people. It makes me feel more confident around people. As you start to build your confidence up, I want you to remember, and this is something I do, okay? To me, I'm the best, okay? I am the best, but I'm not better than anyone else. I'm not better than anyone else, okay? Don't forget that. I hate that. I hate when people think that they're above others. That's never what I mean when I say I'm the best. Everyone in the world should think individually that they're the best, okay? So for you, you are the best, and you are. Believe that you are the best. For me, I'm the best. This is like a bubble thing. Like, in my own little world, I'm the best, okay? But I'm not better than anyone else, and I would never treat someone like they're under me or like I'm above them. Do you understand what I mean? Don't be cocky. And a lot of times people will confuse your confidence with being cocky. Do you know how many times people have told me that I am cocky because I'm confident in myself? And I'm like, no, I'm not cocky. I'm confident. And don't let nobody tell you that you're cocky and you should be humble about yourself. I hate when people do that. Don't let people do that to you. As long as you don't treat anyone like they're less than you, as long as you're always kind to other people, like, you're not cocky. Having confidence in yourself is not being cocky. Knowing your worth is not being cocky. And be aware of that, because a lot of people, when you start building your confidence, will tell you, oh, you're cocky. No, you are confident and you know your worth. Don't let people bring you down because they are not confident. That's why people do that. As long as you don't treat anyone like they're less than you, what wrong are you doing in knowing your worth? You're doing no wrong by that. So be aware of that. And always treat people with kindness. Always, always, always. That's really important to not lose yourself. You have to always treat people with kindness. Like, you're the best. You're not better than anyone else. You're the best for yourself. Your only competition is yourself and your growth, okay? You're not better than anyone. You are the best. To me, I'm the best. To other people, they have to think they are the best. Your value and you knowing your worth does not take that from other person, okay? Just because you know your worth does not mean that other people are worth less. So be kind. Be kind. Other thing that relates to other people is you have to be careful to not build your confidence based on what other people say about you. When I say this, I mean when people give you compliments. What happens with me, like when people compliment me, of course, I say thank you, but just because someone is complimenting you, it means nothing, okay? Because what that person might think might be different from what other person might think. You understand? And the only validation you need to feel is from yourself. Because not everyone in the world will feel the same about you, but you will feel the same about you. So don't build your confidence in what other people say. That's what happens with me. For example, I value much more when people compliment like my vibe or the way I make them feel than my looks. That means almost nothing to me, but because even if everyone in the world thinks I'm the most attractive woman on earth, if I don't feel that, that means nothing. Everyone could feel like that, and if I don't feel it in myself, what does that mean? Like I would feel like I would feel like so don't don't base your worth on what other people think. Just because they think you're hot or you're beautiful or you're this or you're that or even the negative things, that means nothing. What you think about you is what's important. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like my perspective is even if everyone in the world thought you were like the hottest person on earth, if you didn't feel that in yourself, what what you wouldn't feel it. It wouldn't matter if everyone thought you were hot. If you don't feel it, like, so work on how you feel about yourself. That's really important to have your feelings about yourself very fixed and not let your thoughts about yourself be molded or cracked by other people's opinions. This one is gonna be a little bit cliche, but trust the process because I'm not here to lie to you. It took me like a couple of years for me to start feeling confident about myself. It takes time. That's a lot of work you have to do, and a lot of work you have to do by yourself, like from an internal part of yourself to for you to be able to deal with this. It takes work. It's not like this and I'm confident, I'm sexy, I'm hot. It takes time, and every day I'm still working on it. Every day I work on my confidence. It never ends. It's like constantly working on it. You'll have bad days. I have bad days too that I feel like honestly. But it's a constant work on yourself. It's like everything that you work on yourself. Your confidence is just if you work out, you will get this idea like building your confidence is like working a muscle. If you stop working on it, like it will go away. Take all that I said into consideration and work on your confidence without losing yourself and always being kind to everyone as long as they don't mess with you, okay? But I hope this video helped you. If it did, leave me a thumbs up, leave sparkly emoji down in the comments, and until then, see you next time with higher confidence.